guys. Okay, so something a little different. In a previous video, I can't even remember which one it were, but in a previous video I quickly grabbed this bag to get something out of it, or when I was on about making a new pouch out of the material that I dyed. That were it. I run about this and I grabbed this out quickly. These are my journals that I haven't been able to put out on display yet because I haven't finished sorting everything out properly. So they just live in this bag. And I've had somebody ask, would I please get them out and go through them just to show off, like a show and tell. Okay, so yeah, I have 1, 2, 3 more journals up on the shelf. Yeah, I have 3 more journals that are up on the shelf that I made myself, and I have these in here. And I think I have another one somewhere as well, but I'm not sure where. But I am just gonna quickly, yeah, I definitely have another one somewhere, but I am just gonna quickly go through them with you guys, just because a few people, this has actually been a long time coming as this video, because I've had this request many times of, do you keep any journals that you make yourself, and if you do, would you please show them off? I always do flip throughs when I've finished them, but then, you know, I don't really do anything with them. I've had people ask that, what do you do with journals after you finish them, and the ones that you keep, or even the ones that you buy? I don't do anything with them, guys. I just kind of hoard them. Yeah, kind of partly because it's like, well, the ones that I make, it's like I put all the work into making them. I don't want to spoil them by then doing other things to them, so they kind of just sit there as trophies. Other than the ones that I sell, obviously, then it's up to whoever receives them to do whatever they want with them. But I also do the same with ones that I buy from other people. It's like I like to just have them there and look at what the person that made it has done to it. The person that made the journal to me is a work of art. I don't want to ruin it by putting other stuff in it, although that's technically what they're for. But anyway, yeah, I'll go through them. Now, they're not in any particular order, I don't think. I'm not sure. I just need to have a look at this one off camera. I'm not sure I can show this one just yet, because I think there's personal stuff in it. Yes, there is. But it is a TN style journal, so I can take that out. Or at least just have a really quick flip through. Okay, so I'm going to turn that way. And let's take them out. Yeah, so that's just a pen, obviously. So this is one that I made quite a while back as well. Just let me put this down here, and no, I'll move it over here out of the way so I can get to it, but it's out of the way. Yeah, so this is a cover that I made a while back. I'm not sure if I did this on video or not. I can't remember whether I did. And it's just got a little paper bag journal inside. Now, I can't go too much into it because, as I said, there is actually stuff in this, and it was just made of a random selection of papers. Just some punched out butterflies stuck on the front. But yeah, so this was, like I said, a journal cover that I made, and I made it a TN style, traveller's notebook style, so it has the elastics in, except I did it wrong. So that was just some nice material that I had, and then I used a bit of cardstock, scrapbooking cardstock on the inside. So used some calico inside as well, and then a bit of scrapbooking cardstock there just to strengthen it a bit. I believe I made this with Amazon packaging in sandwiched between. That's, I'm not gonna flip it over because there's stuff on the back. That's just some music paper, and then backed it with coffee dyed paper, no, back then it would have been coffee dyed paper on the back to write on, with a bit of material left over and another piece of, I think that's cardstock. Yeah, with a piece of cardstock I made a pocket here. Yep, for that to go in. And then again, there's another pocket here on the back with another piece of the paper with cardstock. Now in the back here are some feathers that have been picked up off the floor or found around at various stages in time. I know what they represent, but I'm not going to talk about it on camera because, well, yeah, personal reasons. But they're just tucked in the back there. So let's put them back in the back of there. And then, of course, like I said, just a little paper bag journal. And I'm just going to take this, come here off screen and take this out so I can show you the binding side of things. Pop that there. Okay, so this is the actual cover raw sort of thing, the raw cover. Now, the reason I said I did it wrong is because I put the holes in the wrong place. So they should have been side by side, really, for a traveller's notebook, and I did them one on top of each other. I don't know why I did that. It was right at the beginning. I had done it before, but I forgot what I was doing. So it does still work. It just means if I wanted to put something under this one, it'd have to be smaller than the main one that I put in this one. But technically, they should have been side by side. But yeah, but it does still work as a cover, and this is one of the reasons I started then moving on to doing traveller's notebook style covers, was because that's all I need to do. Make the signature up. You need, like, sew it in or not. You don't even need to sew if you're going to use a traveller's notebook style binding. You don't need to sew signatures together. Just fold them and then tuck them under. This binding here keeps them together in place. And then obviously when you finish, you just like this, take it out, move it away, use the cover again. Now I like that idea because I like making the covers. But yeah, so like I said, this was like one of my first-ish attempts at a traveller's notebook. And I left it fluffy fraying at that side. It's not completely together. I did sew around it, as you can see, with the sewing machine. It's not completely together, so there is plenty of room for fraying and that sort of thing. But yeah, I really enjoyed making that one. I'll pop that to one side and sort that out later. And then from that one, what did I do next? I can't remember what order I did them in, but then these ones I never actually got around to doing anything else with. But then Tracie Fox, I was just going to say over at LoveJunk Journals. Now, Tracie used to be LoveJunk Journals, but she's now changed her YouTube name to Tracie Fox Design. No, it's not Designs. Tracie Fox Creative, that's it. Still LoveJunk Journals to me. But like I said, yeah, she's just changed her name on YouTube to Tracie Fox Creative. I am just double checking. Let's see. Yep, there she is. And there we go. Yes, Tracie Fox Creative. Like I said, it used to say Tracie Fox Love. Well, actually, no, it was just LoveJunk Journals before, I believe. I'm not sure, I can't remember. But now it's Tracie Fox Creative. But yeah, so quite some time ago, and probably 2 years ago, maybe, something like that, Tracie did a thing where it was like a share the love sort of thing, but also we did one through Happy Mail's Racks, Random Act of Kindnesses, and it was to take a book, well, any book, notebooks sort of thing, and just like randomly fluff them up, so on the covers and odd pages inside, and then send them out to somebody in the group in the rack list, which again, like I said, is Random Act of Kindness. And yeah, like I said, just send it out to them. This backing paper that you can see here is one of Tracie's papers. I think the label and the butterfly is hers. That's definitely hers. That there is a sticker. Well, it's actually 2 stickers. And then we've got some lace and stuff. This is one of Tracie's. That's a sticker. And then again, some more lace. And then I tried to go around that with Vintage Photo, but it just made it look really dirty. That one, again, I never got around to doing anything else to it or posting it. This is another one that I did with Tracie's stuff. Oh gosh, I can't even remember. I can't remember now which this is, which kit this is, but I love it. No, I can't remember which kit it is, but I really love this one. And it was a blue notebook, so I printed this on blue paper. That's one of Tracie's big labels. A 4 stamp, another label from Tracie. Again, one of Tracie, well, that's actually the same page, just folded in half to create the cover for the book. And then another one of Tracie's labels, printed large. Well, it's printed normal size actually, but yeah. And then I used another one, that's coming unglued. I used another one of her papers just for the inside cover there and on the back. Cut that a bit short. I was planning on putting lace across there. And then with the kit, I used one of the pockets there. And I think that's it, apart from the middle page, I believe. Yep, I did the middle page. So the rest of the book is empty. There's just a little pocket there. The rest of the notebook is completely empty. Then it's just the middle page there. Covers up the staples as well. Then the rest of the book, again, is empty. Just lined paper apart from the back page, which has a pocket, and then that. And yeah, I never got around to... I actually finished that one. I didn't finish this one. Finished that one. Never got around to posting it. I did post several others out before these two, though. Those were the last two left. And then I did this one. But this one, same principle, but this one was using Andrea over at ARTYmaze. This was using her winter kit. Oh my gosh, I can't remember what it's called now. They were actually freebies. Winter's Tale. That's it. A Winter's Tale freebie kit. Well, not kit, but freebies. So in her group and files and whatever she did some freebies from her Winter's Tale kit. And so that was that. And it was shaped like that. I cut around it and then roughed it up and inked it. Used some lace. Same here. And then I just put a strip of music paper there. And then these, again, are some of Andrea's freebies, but I can't remember. They're from a few different things. This isn't the Winter's Tale kit. I think that belongs to the Winter's Tale. But these don't. But they just matched so beautifully with the colours. I'm saying they don't. They might. I can't remember. That, obviously, as you can see, is a tag just turned sideways with a bit of lace on it to make it a pocket. And then there's this. I love this book. There's nothing at all in this book. It's a big, thick book, is this. There's nothing at all in this book. Like, printing wise. Then there's another tag there glued on, bit of lace, that I turned into a pocket, and I have my old business card in there, my own old business card in there. I kept it for sentimental reasons because obviously I've changed names now. But this, I was going to give it away, but then I changed my mind because it's quite a big book, is this, quite a thick book, notebook. And I decided, why I decided to start from the back, I don't know, but I started from the back, working that way, and I used this book as a kind of reference book for me to show all the digital kits that I have bought and who I've bought them from. So let's see. These are literally all the kits that I have from Tracie, or had from Tracie when I did this 2 years ago. I've got more since then because I've bought more since then, and then I actually won some in a giveaway that she did. Them are teachable courses. I need to add to that because she's done another one since then that I've also got. Now, is this one Vivid Nature? Maybe. I'm just trying to see if I can... Or is it Shades? Oh, I think it's Shades. Botanical and Bird Kit. I think this is the Shades one. Yeah. Well, I'll look it up and I'll pop it below. But I'm pretty sure this is the Shades kit. But yeah. So as I said, as you can see, 2 pages there. There's quite a lot. And then what I've done for each one, this is also one of Tracie's. I've turned it into a pocket. And then what I've done for each one is, for my own sanity and peace of mind, I printed out their terms of use onto a piece of paper, or I copied and pasted it into Word and then printed it, and I've added that with it. So that was up until, well, then all Tracie's kits, and there's still some page left there to write on. Then other, like I said, lots of other designers as well. Other kits there on a piece of their printed paper too. Again, actually that doesn't matter now, but that was a question that I asked in one of the, on their Facebook page, and it didn't get any response from that. So Ephemera's Vintage Garden. Now I know I have more kits than that, I just haven't written them all down. And then I've got the freebies as well, that's one of hers. Again, them are her terms and conditions, T's and C's. So yeah, when everybody asks how do you keep track of what kits you've got and what have you, this is how I do it, or how I used to do it. This is ARTYmaze, and I've got way more than that, way more than that. This is also one of hers. I just left that as is. This was an envelope, I believe, I think, I'm not sure, and I cut it and I left that bit thinking extra writing space. And again, let me see, can't even open it up now. Where do I get in it? Yeah, again, Andrea's T's and C's in there. Another Etsy seller, again, T's and C's printed out, and one of their DigiKit papers printed out to make a pocket. Vectoria Designs, I've got more than just that one kit from them now as well. Them's the freebies, and again, terms and conditions, because Vectoria Designs actually changed their T's and C's a number of years ago, thanks to Gayle Agostinelli, because a lot of their kits before, we'll get to Gayle in a minute, a lot of their kits before weren't actually for commercial use. You had to purchase a commercial license, and a lot of people hadn't realised and were using them. And yeah, so Gayle, and it turned out Gayle purchased one of their kits, and was using it in a journal she was going to sell, and someone said, oh, you can't do that. So then she contacted them, and they had a few backwards and forwards emails, and Gayle expressed her annoyance, should we say, and said, look, Gayle has a massive following. She did then, she's even more now, and my followers obviously go off what I say, and because I've been using this without realising, they're going to be using it, and you know, it's not good enough. So they went back and forth, and Vectoria Designs decided, okay, our commercial licence is now going to be in with all the digital kits in future and past. So now you don't need to buy a commercial licence separate. Now every kit you buy from Vectoria Designs comes with that commercial license. Thank you, Gayle. But like I said, I do have more than that. I think I have about 4 or 5 more than that kit. Then we have Gayle's. I've got a couple more of Gayle's since then as well. And then again, terms and conditions. One of Gayle's painted papers as a pocket. You're getting the gist, guys. Not everybody's in here either. And then Poppiness, Susan Taylor Brown. One of her papers and her terms of use, which I think might have changed. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they've changed or if the background of that's changed. But yeah, they need updating. That's as far as I got. And trust me, I have way more than that. And I have way more kits than what is actually showing in this book. So, but that's that one. So that's kind of like my DigiKit reference journal. Then I have... let's see, I don't know what order I did them in. I think this, well, in the order that I've got them, this one will be next. I love this book. This was with way before, probably 12 month-ish, 18 month, before I became one of the design team members for Kerr over at Happiness in Crafting. Everybody that I'm speaking about with the links will be listed below. But yeah, so as I said, this was like, no, 12 months. Yeah, it was last year during lockdown I did this. Yeah, I remember doing it. There's also a full process video on this too. Yeah, so this was before I became one of the design team members for Kerr. And this was just a wing it and see journal, but I loved it that much when it was finished I kept it. But this is using nothing but G's stuff. Yeah, beautiful, love it. Nice big lace pocket there at the front, and this is using one of G's kits, and oh my gosh, I cannot for the life of me remember off the top of my head now what it is. But yeah, some of the journal cards that I didn't use, just popped them in there. And then, like I said, there's the pages, my own tea-dyed papers. Part of the kit is a belly band, some music paper, another kit page, some more tea-dyed paper, and then a botanical, no, birds, a page from a bird book, kit's page, my paper. I love it. These are the original papers as well. You can actually feel the texture of that print. Some pink trim, more music paper, kit page, and so on. That's the way it went all the way through. I love this one. I don't know, well, I do know why I love it, but I don't know, when I'd done this one I just couldn't bear to part with it, so in my stash it went. I love it. Yeah, so it's just a simple book, nothing too fancy about it. None of my journals are really. I do try to keep them as simple as possible, because I like the fact that you get space to write or stick things in. So, yeah. So, that was this one. Another belly band. And then the bits, again, the bits that were left over. Beautiful kit. And there we go. And this was a full kind of like decoupage book page with book cover, book corners on and everything. But yeah, so love that one too. Then I'm not sure what order I did them in. Then I had to do it this one. I'm sorry about all these bits, guys. This is from the other day when I was crafting. The bag was just here at the side of me, so of course when I'm scooting everything off my desk, it all went into the top of the bag. Okay, so that's just a little bit of elastic. I never did get around to doing a closure for this. And then this was a oilcloth, tablecloth that I had, and I turned it into a book cover. So I just used that with some green cardstock, and I think there is a piece of card or something in between that. Can't remember now. And then these are just random papers inside. I have sewn them together. That was from when I did some mica sprays. Mica? Yeah, mica, not mica. Mica powder sprays. Could have been from when I did some brushos as well. Couldn't think, I was going to say gesso then. It could also have been from when I did brushos. I think that's brushos with mica powder added to it. But yeah, so these were just random pieces of paper that I had left over. I mean, like what I call scruffy papers. They've all got creases and stuff in that I wouldn't have put in a normal journal, but didn't want to waste. So yeah, that's from when I did brushos. Yeah, so I just gathered them together and turned that into a pocket. Popped them in here. Just put them together as little signatures, and then pop them in this one. So there, and then obviously the back, and again traveller's notebook style binding, so they just slide in like so. This is the same, more of those papers. It's got a hole in it and creases. More brochure paper, more. Yep, love it. So I haven't really done anything with this one yet either. Although I did say I was going to put this in the Etsy shop, but never did. Yeah. And that should actually be there in the middle, but I forgot to do it properly. But yeah, so that was that one. Then I did this one. I love this one. This has been in the Etsy shop. I'm just getting the bits off it. This has actually been in the Etsy shop about 4 times, 3 or 4 times maybe. And seeing as how after all that time, it were in for about 6 months altogether, and after all that time, seeing as how nobody purchased it, I unlisted it and put it back in my collection. This was my first ever design team project for Daisy Collins over at Tsunami Rose Designs, and yeah, I absolutely love it. And it's birds, bees and peonies. That's the kit that I used, because that's the one that she gave us right at the start when I first joined. Some pink and blue organza ribbon. Yeah, so this the cover that I used, or the material that I used to make the cover, was actually a pillowcase from a bedding set. But yeah, love it. Works so well together. So I just layered it up on some organza ribbon and lace. There's one of the book plates that came with the kit. That's part of, just cut that out, part of the kit, cut it out. But yeah, so there is cardstock in between here, and then I use scrapbooking paper on the inside. So more of that same material there on the inside. Pillowcase, that's it, on the inside as well to strengthen the spine. Oh my gosh, them little pieces. That's part of the kit as well, that was in there. And this is a 3 signature journal, and it's full of fluff. I love it. And these little bits here on the top, all the fluffy bits on the paper clips, also came from the same pillowcase that I used to create the cover. But yeah, like I said, there are 3 signatures in this, and again I did this traveller's notebook style. So them are the tags that also came, and what I did were I glued the main page to another page and then sewed around it to make it thicker, and then just added other pages between. These are all from the kit. Everything in here, apart from the plain papers or whatever, is from the kit. These ruffles I made myself. That's a kit page. Some tags, bit of washi tape to mend that because it ripped. One of the kit pages, another tag, that's from the kit. There we go. I love how this turned out. That was another one of my dyeing sessions. Nice double pocket there in the middle. And this isn't sewn together. These signatures aren't sewn. They are just loose. So again, as I said, this is what I love about the Traveller's Notebook style binding. You don't need to sew your signatures in. So if, like me, you really don't like doing it, you don't have to. And also that way, if you make a mistake or whatever halfway through creating your signature, and you know, don't despair, it's not ruined. You can just take it out and replace it. So there we go. And there's not many signatures pages in each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think there's 7 pages in each signature. And then there you go, you just tuck it back in, sorted. And they, as you can see on the tops, oh right, yeah, sorry, no, they're not on the paper clips, they're on the top of the tags. I just used the bits of material left over as tag toppers. I thought they were on paper clips, but they're not, the tag toppers. But yeah, so this is the second signature. Again, and the first signature there I named birds, the second signature I named bees, and as you can probably guess, the third signature I named peonies. Birds, bees and peonies, which is the name of the kit. That's not a pocket, that's just I glued it down completely just for fancy. So the pocket there. I love this. I mean, I knew Daisy obviously through watching her videos, chatting to her sometimes on her lives and what have you, like every other one of her subbies. But prior to her putting out her design team call and me applying and her saying, yes, come aboard, She knew nothing probably about me or where I am or anything like that. And the first kit that we got to work with, again, like I said, was Birds, Bees and Peonies kit. And I spotted this in the kit. And I'll just move it up here. The Lancashire Golf Company. Guys, I live in Lancashire. Daisy lives in Las Vegas in America. I live in Lancashire. How coincidental. Yeah, so cool. I just found that really funny, actually. Yeah, Spring Gardens, Manchester. There's something in here about Oldham as well, which isn't too far away either. Oldham's kind of classed as Manchester. Some people class Oldham as Manchester. But still in Lancashire. Another double pocket there at the side. Yeah, that's just where I tied the strings together. But yeah, so cool. Some more stuff. But like I said, so this is literally all a Daisy journal. It's so fluffed up and everything. I love it. Peonies. Some more. These are all to do the kits that we got given to work with. Is that folded? No, I thought that were folded over, but it weren't. My own tea-dyed papers. And there we go. That's a little envelope that's actually got ephemera in it. Oop, let's get it back in now. There we go. Pop that in sideways, okay. A little tiny envelope in there. Another double pocket there. I love that lace. I've none of that left now. There we go. I love how fluffy and this one turned out. Did I make that a... No, I didn't make... Well, come unglued there, but I didn't make that a pocket either. And there we go. And then that was also part of the kit as well. I cut it out and just glued it there in the back. Yeah, but I absolutely love this journal. And yeah, 3 signatures, traveller's notebook style. So the cover can be reused time and time again if you dip them signatures out, but nice, fluffy. Look at that. I love that. Nice and fluffy. And then the ribbons go on the front. I don't like untying them because I spoiled the bow and I'm not very good at retying them. Also, it's a double bow, so I just slide it on and off by scrunching the book shut. But yeah, so that was my first ever design team project for Daisy over at Tsunami Rose Designs. Then we have this one, which this has come off. So I will just pop it back on. Now this, I love this book. I really, really do love this book. Again, another one that I made last year during lockdown, just as a, like, winging it type thing. And I'm actually going to use this one now. I didn't want to use it before, but I am going to do now. Yeah. So this was just material from, I think it was a duvet cover or something that I cut up. This is an actual book. I gutted the book and then I just put scrapbooking paper on the inside. Again, I have a full process on this as well. Process video on how I made this too. Yep, so scrapbooking paper in the front, material inside as well to reinforce the spine, and on the back. And again, traveller's notebook theme. But this isn't elastic, is this one. This is calico. Couldn't think of it then. Yeah, this is actually calico material. Holding it together. There. Them little bits again. Yeah, so same thing. I mean, it's still strong. Sorry, I'm out of frame, out of focus. I mean, it's still strong. Again, these aren't, the signatures aren't sewn in. They are just loose, so you can just put them in and out. What's here? Oh, this is extra. in this bag. These are just some extras that were left over. So, like a little tab, a little, I don't know, paper, well, not paper clip, but something. Oh, that's what that were. Right, so the idea is to open that up and glue in between them bits and then stick it onto a page, and that pokes out the side. Yeah, but then we have some of this left over that I just put in there because I was originally planning on selling this, but then I didn't. Yeah, like another, just like a page tab, and then paper clip with a bit of calico. Yeah, I was going to make a load of different ones up and put them in there and put it in the shop and sell it, but I never got around to it because this again was another one that I couldn't quite bring myself to part with, and now I'm actually going to use it. There's nothing at all in this other than just tea dyed papers, both signatures, as I said, just absolutely nothing but tea dyed papers, and there's quite a lot. There is 1, 2, 3, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, so 32 pages front and back there, and then obviously there's likely another 32 in there, so 64 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, so again another 32 because you've got 16 that way, 16 that way, 16 that way, 16 that way, so 32 there, 32 there. So there's 64 pages in this book, and it's not alligator mouthed or anything. There's nothing in it, so it won't be. You know, it's great. It's a good sturdy book as well. The book was already that colour. It was, I believe it was a Reader's Digest book. No, it wasn't. Oh gosh, I can't remember what book it were, but anyway, all I did was just took the actual book out of it and then just reinforced the spine. I didn't even do anything with the spine. I just put the material on to reinforce the spine, front and on the outside and on the inside, and then, as I said, just put the scrapbooking paper in, which worked out great because it was like the perfect colour for the material and the book, and yeah, awesome. And then that extra. But what I'm going to do with this is I was going to make a new journal and use it as a reference book. Sorry, I just had to pause, stop and put you back on. We're over the 30-minute mark and my phone were about to cut off. But yeah, I was going to actually come and make a brand new journal, cover pages and everything, and use it as a reference book. But now I don't need to because I'm going to use this one. I love this book, and like I said, part of me for some reason just couldn't bear to part with it, and I'm not sure why. So now it doesn't matter. Now, like I said, I'm going to put it to one side. I'm not going to put it back in that bag. I'm going to put it to one side, and we are going to work in it together, and I'm going to use it as a reference book. And reference book meaning I'm going to go through some of my favourite videos from my favourite designers, designers, YouTubers, crafters, you know, what have you, and we're going to make some of their things and put them in this book as a reference. Yeah, so that's just a little bead on a bulb pin as a dangle in the middle. Yeah, so I'm going to use that book for that, and it will get alligator mouth by the time we finish, but because them signatures aren't sewn in, if necessary we can remove some of those papers, and for the papers that are a little bit dodgier than the others, again, if it's not going to hold what I want it to, I can just take them out and replace them, because there's no sewing involved in those signatures, so that's good. I'm also going to pop that back inside, because I might use them as well at some point, or use them to make some new ones. But yeah, so I'm loving that. I'm going to actually put that to one side over there where I can see it, and then we know where it is, and I'm going to use it. And then we get to this one, which was my December daily. This is just a piece of old sari silk that I had from back in my jewellery making crafting days. And then we have the pouch that I made from some blind material in a sewing machine, and then some stickers that I got from my friend Michelle, and then we have this little paper bag journal that I got from, I made with Andrea over at ARTYmaze's kit. I am just checking through this. This is my December daily from last year, and I'm just checking through this to make sure there's nothing in here that I'm not bothered about showing off. Okay, so that's okay. That's okay. And considering that's as far as I got, 6 days, wow. I got to the 6th day of Christmas and then give up. Okay, yeah, so I'm not bothered about showing any of that off because it's nothing personal, it's all on YouTube anyway. But yeah, so I made my own paper bag journal, as you will have seen in other videos, and then I used one of Andrea's ARTYmaze's kits to decorate it on the front and the back, and then inside as well. So open it up and there's a pocket there to begin with. Now this is one of Andrea's envelopes. Oh, that's one of my Christmas postcards that I got from Michelle. Let's have a look at this. Oh, yeah, right, that's one of the envelopes to go with the kit as well. This is from when I won a bracelet. I won a Morse code bracelet in a giveaway from one of my crafting friends, and yep, so the cards for that are in there. I popped the cards and everything for that in there, and then I knew where they were. I can keep them as a keepsake, and yep, just pop that over there, pop that in there, popped that over there, and then just paper clipped it on. The other way around. Yeah, the other way around. So put that in there, that there, and then paper clipped it on. Whatever, something like that anyway. Yeah. Yeah, and then we talk about, like I said, December daily. Put Elfis out and what have you. Today's the start of Vlogmas, butterfly stickers. That's when I did my rebrand last year. Wow, it's nearly a year since. Woo, eek. Some stamps that I bought from Jenny over at Jennysis Crafts. My logo and everything on. Elfis on the shelf. Oh, speaking of G, again, some freebies that she did last year that I turned into, that I made up, and they turned into Christmas decorations, which was pretty cool. Oh, there's the bracelet that I won from Wonky Warriors. That's the fuzzy felt Christmas tree that I bought for the grandchildren. That's going to go back up again this year. And then a little basket in there with chocolate in. That. Yeah, talking about Elfis. That's the business card for Wonky Warriors. I'll pop her details below. Elfis being naughty in the cupboard with Snowdrop. That's when Taylor and my mum last year decided to do me a random advent calendar. I had no idea. I gave them some money and they went and they bought some presents and then wrapped them, some gifts, and wrapped them up, and every day I sat and opened them on Advent. Part of Vlogmas was Advent, and I opened them and they did me a makeshift Advent calendar. My mum said it was a good idea to buy me an inflatable boyfriend. That went down well. Elfie's eating his peas, and some little candle holders that I got from Shell at Shell's CCC, and haven't used them yet. And yeah, that's as far as I got. So day 6, I did well to do 6 days. This is why I don't do anything with my journals, guys. I just don't journal anymore. But yeah, so that's part of the kit as well. Little paper bag in there, and then the rest of it is empty. Some envelopes there, just with a bit of elastic around them as a closure. Little belly band on the pocket as well, a tag. Again, like I said, all part of the kit. And that's as far as I got, and then I put a pocket on the back, put some tags in the back, and that's it. That's as far as I got with last year's December daily. Bit of rose trim on there, and that's it. But yeah, so happy days. I don't think I'll be doing a December daily again this year, because like I said, I just don't do them. Oh, that goes around there. I just don't journal anymore, and especially this year. Won't be very fun to look back on. But yeah, so, like I said, some stickers there from a friend, and this one were mainly about the pouch more than anything. I love that pouch. But yeah, so there we are, guys. That's pretty much what was in the bag. And before I do go, the other 2 that are in the bag are journals, but they are not made by me, and I can't show you them because they actually do have stuff in them. It's not that I can't show you them because I didn't make them. I can't show you them because there are personal things in them. But yeah, so there's that one there, and then this one here. I love this one. This is beautiful, is this? Let me just show you the material. Look at that. How beautiful is that? This was a gift to me from Michelle, and the book was made by Jenny over at Jennysis Crafts. And then I will just quickly reach up here and bring these down. These are quite recent actually, so you probably remember these. So first off, we'll put that to one side. First off, these 2 are design team projects for G over at Happiness in Crafting. These are actual design team projects for G over at Happiness in Crafting when I first joined her team. And this is the Magic of Music. I love this kit. And I don't want to untie that bow, so let's see if I can get this. Nope, I can't. I've tied it that tight. I can't get it off. Can't get it over it without ruining the tabs, so we'll take it off. Yeah, so this is just a little one signature journal, a traveller's notebook binding as well. So I just used some music paper on the outside, so it's plain on the back. I was going to put a thing on the back actually, and I forgot, one of G's sentiment quotes, and I forgot, and then I laid it up onto some pink cheesecloth, used some pink lace, used some pink hessian burlap, and then one of the journal cards from the kit. And I used, it's a little bit sparkly, I don't know if you can tell, because I used a pen called Wink of Stella that is clear, and you colour it and it gives it a little bit of a shimmer. But yeah, and I used card in between. I'm not sure if it was an Amazon packaging or just a piece of card, and then some straw paper. And then I just used the kit and other kits to create everything. So that's just some trim that I have with some red lace ribbon down it, and I use Wink of Stella on that as well, so it's a bit sparkly. Then there's some music paper with a vellum pocket on it, some music paper in between, because obviously this was like a music themed journal. We have a belly band, a vellum, well I say belly band, it pretty much covers the page, but yeah, it's vellum is that. Then we have another vellum pocket there and there on that. Some more music paper, and the kit, another double vellum pocket there, music paper in between, another one of the pieces from the kit, piece of ribbon there to use as a belly band, some more music note paper in between, or beautiful fabric there in the middle. I did actually, yeah, I'm going to say I did actually sew the signature in together, so as well as using the Traveller's Notebook binding, I did actually sew the signature. But yeah, so some more paper from the kit, another belly band there, another pocket there, and again these are also from the kit, little tabs, more pockets, lots of vellum pockets in here. I think my idea when I was doing this was to use it as a reference journal as well, actually. Yeah, and then this is the second signature, again part of the kit, one of G's words and phrases, and put a little bow on there and some ribbon down the side. More pockets, more pockets. I love that. A little side tuck. Yeah, that's not a belly band, that's an actual little side tuck. So a piece of vellum with some material, with some ribbon over the top. More pockets on the music paper. Another little card from the kit. Actually, I think that was a different kit. I think that was one of your freebie kits. It didn't go with the music kit, I don't think. Don't believe it did. Some more of that material in the middle page. And again, yeah, I did sew that signature. Gorgeous. Another one. Another pocket. Some more pockets. Lots of pockets. Music is the strongest form of magic. Another side pocket. Another double pocket. And there we go. And that's the end of the book. Oh yeah, and then I used one of the cards there to make a pocket. I used some of the words and phrases and then made a little envelope. And then there's a little envelope there. No, I didn't make the envelope. The envelope was one of G's freebies. Yeah, I just printed it onto some paper that I had. Can't remember. Yeah. Some already kind of aged paper. And then there's another one of G's words and phrases from, I think that is, yeah, that's from the kit. And I used that as a bit of a kind of think closure sort of thing for the envelope. And I've just glued them on the back so you can tuck stuff in there or take that out and put stuff in it. There's nothing in it. But yeah, and that's the Magic of Music book that I made. I love this one. Sorry about the noise, guys. Not guilty. So, I'm quite happy with that bowl as well. Okay, so that's that one. And put that back up on the shelf. Then there is this one. Happiness Blooms from Within. This was a separate design team project with this Happiness Blooms from Within, I believe. I think I did that when I did a load of other ones separate. But this, again, was kind of a similar take on the kind of just winging it one that I did. This one. A very similar process to that one. Using one of the kits. So that's there on the front, layered up, and just a little one of your words and phrases at the back that says "Make Today Beautiful." It's one signature. I've actually sewn it in. Oh yes, did some stenciling there, and then there's the pages. I love this one. Oh, this was a dragonfly one. Oh, I can't remember. Was it Dragonfly Daydreams or something? Nope, that doesn't sound right, but I can't remember, but I'll link it anyway. But yeah, This is the dragonfly kit and butterflies. I added butterflies in it. An envelope there that I didn't glue together. I didn't glue the envelope together, I just left it as a like flip out. On this side I only glued half of it so you can use it as a tuck. And then these are also some of G's pages. Some stenciling. And then this is all G stuff as well. More stenciling. But yeah, so I just did this kind of throughout, where it was like a kit pages and some stenciling, stickers. I went a bit mad in this book with stickers. That was just glued on, that's a little pocket. That's what was left over from the kit when I'd finished. Little pockets left over. Got my name on it. It says Victoria. One of G's backing pages. Backing papers. Oh, I made a tiny little book as well. Little scrappy book to add in the tags in there. Another little book but with blue. Cool. Some more sticker. Another pocket. Another sticker, vellum sticker. I love them stickers. More stenciling. Another little tuck and a tag. I made each corner fancy as well with one of my corner punches. Some more stenciling. Another tuck and a tag. I love that one. The way that it seems to be coming out from under the page. I did that deliberately, I tucked it under. And then another tuck and a tag, another sticker. And there we go guys, we're on the back, and there you go. That's kind of like now my new signature sort of thing, if you will, for Christmas last year. Christmas or my birthday, I can't remember. I got 2 stamps, 2 metal wax stamps, wax seals, that's it, from my fabulous friend Sue, and obviously one says Minxie and then the other one's got the butterfly and the rose on from my own logo. So now in the back of every journal that I do, I stamp, well, I don't stamp them, I've already pre-done them. Excuse me, I've already pre-done them, I just glue them in. I went over that with some Inca Gold so that it showed up a little bit better. I'm not sure if I did it with that one, but I did with that one. Just went over it with a bit of Inca Gold and then it showed up well. And even that font there is the one that I use, as you can see. Yep, make sure I don't spill my brew. But as you can see, the same butterfly and rose and the same font was used as well, which is super cool. But yeah, and there we go. So that's those journals, and then last but not least is this one, my New Beginnings journal. Again, another design team project for Daisy over at Tsunami Rose. This is pretty much my last project that I did, because I haven't finished the other one off yet, which I'm way behind, but I actually haven't finished it off yet, and it's the first time I've ever done this kind of a ring bang journal as well. But yeah, I really loved doing this one. Okay, sorry guys, I'm just checking in my phone because I had a message come through. But yeah, this book corner didn't quite stay on properly, it didn't work, but yeah, I loved doing this. Now that was a little snippet trim I made myself, that was just a piece of lace. And what I did with this throughout, the kit pages, I backed them 2 together to make them, and then sewed around them just to make them a bit stronger. I shrunk them down, and then it's just papers in between each page. But I love this book. I absolutely love this book. So there we go. That's a little CD envelope. This side, little CD. Oh, come unglued. Oh dear. I'll glue that back together. A little CD envelope that tucks in from that side. I'll glue it back together. This comes in from the top, little pocket page. And here we go, another double page one. This is also one from Daisy's kit. This, I can't remember which kit it is now, but that came from one of the kits. Yep, so there we go, some ledger paper. There we go. All I did there is just doubled over and put some washi tape down just to reinforce where I was going to punch the holes. It's not a pocket. Some paper. I enjoyed doing these. Pocket page. So again, another piece of the trim. Some acetate there that is actually patterned. It's got roses on. I made a pocket page. So it comes in from the top. So anything you put in there, you will see through that bit. Lace and stuff. Another page. I actually ended up having to buy some bigger rings for this because I just went crazy with it. One of them I got started and really didn't know when to stop. Oh, that's a little tuck from the side. Yeah, like I said, I got started with this one and then just really didn't know where to stop. I enjoyed it that much. Another one of Daisy's pages. Alright, yeah, that comes in from the top. So there, and I was a boo-boo that. I punched the holes in the wrong bit because that then would have been upside down. So I punched them again and then I left them so that you could put dangles on it. A piece of ledger paper. The kit page. Another CD envelope from the side. And the kit pages. These are my own tea-dyed papers. Again, another top pocket there. I forgot to put, I should have actually kind of cut a little divot out of there and I forgot. But I were going to make a tag to put in it so you could see I just run out. I didn't run out of time, but I just figured it would. The project had gone on long enough and I aimed to do that later and never got around to it. Another one of the pages from a different kit. And again, another one of these. Now, this is actually part of the design of the kit page. I just cut it out. And again, put the acetate in, the same roses. Another piece of that trim. Put some sparkly pink metallic paper on the inside. Got my name on it. Another one that had my name on. Yeah, so another kit page. I really did enjoy doing this though. So much so I started doing it again in miniature. I just never got around to finishing it. It's behind me in my project basket on the shelf. And top loading one, and because I messed up on the other one with the holes, I deliberately did it with that one so it tied in. Made it look deliberate. And then again another side one. Another kit page. Some more pain pages. Another kit page from a different kit. Another kit page. This is from the New Beginnings kit. And ledger paper, and then the back page. And there we are, guys. So yeah, I absolutely loved doing this one. And I was intending to put this in the Etsy shop. I never got around to it because as of yet I just kind of couldn't bear to part with it, but it will be going in probably in the new year. I've held on to it long enough. I think it's time it went to a new owner instead of sitting on my shelf gathering dust. So yeah, and as I said, I started working on another one. I just never got around to finishing it in miniature, so I will finish that one and I will probably keep that one. So I think it's time to let this one go. There we go. But yeah, so that about wraps it up, guys, for this video. I know it's super long, but like I said, you guys asked for it. You didn't specifically ask for a super long video, but you asked. to show off. So show and tells are never, like show and tells flip throughs are never quick. Just trying to get that back up on the shelf. It's fallen down, never mind. Trying to get it back up on the shelf. But yeah, so these journals, as much as I don't want to part with them, these journals will eventually make it into the Etsy shop. So the New Beginnings one, the Magic of Music, this vintage butterfly, well, butterfly vintage, I don't think that's what it's called. I think that is one of the vintage kits actually. And then this dragonfly one, those are G's. The other one is Daisies. They will be heading their way into the Etsy shop probably in the new year. I don't know about this Birds, Bees and Peonies. I may put it back into the shop if there's some interest in it. It's actually still listed in the shop. It's just inactive. So yeah, so these five journals will be heading their way into the Etsy shop, as I said, probably in the new year. Yeah, I'll be sad to see them go, but you know, you never know, somebody might be interested in them, and I think it's time they had a new lease of life instead of sitting up on my shelf gathering dust. This one, as I said, excuse me, I'm not going to do anything with this one shop wise. I'm going to keep this and put it to one side. We're going to work on it together. We're going to turn it into a reference journal. It saves me having to make a new one. Yeah, but anyway, so if any of you are interested in these journals, in the meantime, before I pop them into the Etsy shop, please just pop me a message and we will sort something out if you are interested in purchasing. But yeah, so anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you now, guys. Thank you so much for the request. It's been nice to do something different and chilled out a bit. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed looking through these journals as I have. It's been fun to reminisce a little bit. And yeah, so I am going to love you and leave you guys. So take care, stay safe, and I'll see you all again soon. Thank you for watching. Bye!